a lot of women, right, do not like Corey's comedy. So they don't think it's funny. We understand his humor, we get the joke, so we don't really take it like so serious, some of the things that he says. But a lot of women get offended by it. And I definitely saw, so there was a clip that went on. Yeah, look at that. Dolores said he about to, what does that say?
Catch a domestic
Oh,
violence case from his past for admitting hitting women. Stop ass. I
stupid
think she meant to
ass.
say
He
stupid
didn't
ass.
say he
Yeah.
hit no women. I didn't hear him say he hit women.
No, it's just the
He
pushing up
said he
against the glass thing.
push their head against the glass so they know they can't get up. Cause then they like, damn, all right, stop. Now,
Yeah.
how many niggas done play wrestle with their girl and you fold them up or hold their hands in the cross and let them know,
Mhm.
like, dude, you can't. If I choose to stop you, there ain't shit you can do. That's no different than smashing. He said it to be, I believe to be
He was being facetious.
shock value and all that. But
Yeah.
Hmm.
you put a bitch head to the wall and say, now try to get off. And she like, stop, Cory, stop. And you like, I'm just trying to show you. And it's even worse when a nigga with little arms and hands like that got a bitch head up against the wall, like, Cory, stop. He's trying to show you that us as men choose to submit to women because we're the dominant physical creatures.
Yeah.
So we have to have it in our soul and heart to
Mhm.
not be violent, to not take what we want, to not abuse and misuse. You know what I'm saying? So we
Mhm.
don't get enough credit when we are treating you mothers with respect because y'all don't realize that if it wasn't for men, who gonna stop us if we want to be animals? Except for them big ass WNBA bitches.
We
Yeah,
need
my head
somebody
like
to.
I'm like
Brittany Griner
Shakrisha, stop.
Brittany Griner had your head on the glass, like, hey, nigga.
I'll be swinging at her little flat chest like, woo, woo, woo. She's like, go on, little dog.
Oh
Go,
my
little girl.
gosh. But one thing I did see women getting upset with, because they are definitely clipping this up, reacting to it, putting it on Shade Room, put it on TikTok. One thing was he talked about in the interview that
Mm.
he likes to uh give women that are struggling money, right? We all know that bit that he always talks about, right? Women in need,
Yeah,
that kind
real
of
life
thing.
trick.
Yeah, and he just like happily admits it. But a lot of women were like, "Oh, so you do this because you want to control them?" Because he did say like you keep control of them when they need something from you. So, do you think that people have a point in being upset about that, or women have a point in
Hmm.
being upset about him saying that?
The same women go on channels and shows and TV for years saying a man need to make $100,000+.
Mm-hmm.
What are you saying? That money can buy you. Money can make you do shit. Money can make you submit. I'm not gonna submit to no man. Da, 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 da. Well, bitches that are broker than you don't need a nigga to have $100,000. He just need that little bit of money that Cory talking about to make her act
Mm-hmm.
right or make her
Mm.
do what she need to do. So he ain't saying nothing that ain't already been said about women.
Yeah. And what's
What's
the
the
thing you
difference?
always say? Fair exchange is no
It's no
robbery.
robbery. So what is the difference between what Cory said and what women are saying that a nigga got to have money to get me to act right? He's just saying I fuck with women who don't require as much money as you. What the fuck is the difference?
And he did clarify himself and say, I don't have a problem with women that make money. I want to have sex with them, but I don't have any
Guess
place
what?
in my
He
life for
won't.
them.
Hold on. God give you balance. You know what I'm saying? If he make you a little porcupine and you a little animal, he give you spikes to fight off the big wolves. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So when you look like Cory and you got little arms and hands and shit, he can't he can't go seduce another woman with means. So
Hmm.
God said, you know what, Cory, I'm gonna give you enough money so you can get some from the struggling women that he talking about. That's
Mm.
just the balance of the world happening. You get what I'm
Yes.
saying?
No, I get
He
it.
was talking about his several girls last night and different aspects that they helped with in life. He said he had one that helped nurse him back to health. I'm like, she was rubbing his little hands together, just making sure he was
You
getting his
know,
movement right.
y'all know
That's
that
why
was
them
deep.
wrists shattered the way that they did.
Yeah, that was deep.
Them wrists
You know
broke
that was
like.
deep. Have some cold, have some chilled grasshoppers in a bowl. Have some, stick your hand, Cory. Stick your hands in these grasshoppers.
It's
I
organic.
had them in the freezer all night. They stay cold from the eternal heat of the thorax that causes the. I turned into Will Stumbling real quick.
Just feeding this nigga ladybugs and shit. It'll get your blood cells working. Your white blood cells.
Exactly.
AP shit. I'm reading this shit. All
Yeah,
right.
I'm like,
Anyways,
what?
go ahead.
Okay, so he also talked about women with BBLs and the fact that he feels like if you have a BBL, you're mentally ill. So what do y'all think about that assertion or that thought process?
I think it's accurate.
All right, expound.
Okay, here we go. Binky.
Mm-hmm.
I think you should cut open your butt cheeks and cut open your stomach.
Mm-hmm.
Take some of your stomach and put it in your butt cheeks and sew it back up together and walk around in tight clothes.
Mm-hmm.
How do that sound to you?
I mean, it sounds crazy, and I know that's what a BBL is.
It's crazy. We ain't got to think hard on this shit. Somebody started that. Somebody initial point. That's what they said I wanted to do. And some woman said, you know what? Sign me up. You get what I'm saying? That bitch crazy. Shout out to Sean Mims for the $20, man. We appreciate your
always
continuous support, man, for sure.
What you think, GMS?
I do think it's part of your mental because you dislike something about yourself so much that you are willing to go to through drastic measures to quote unquote fix it. And a lot of the times, majority of the time, you're gonna be hoping that it is fixed when in reality it ain't gonna be fixed.
Is it crazy?
Is it crazy? It might be a little crazy.
Are breast implants crazy? Because he did ask him that too. Like, are there certain type of enhancements that aren't considered mentally ill? And
hold on, there's a line between crazy and reasonable.
Yeah,
right. If you get in big, stupid size augmented breasts for novelty, that's crazy. If you had a what they call a cancer, the
mastectomy.
Yeah, you had one of those and you just want to balance your boobs out, you know, that's a little more reasonable. Or you had a lot of children and you tired of your titties looking like ball sacks. You like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm gonna put some titties. You know, that shit makes sense.
Yeah.
Logical sense. But just saying ain't nothing wrong with your ass. You just want to stick shit in it. Let me think about the man that y'all seen a man for years that was
the steroids.
Like, they were not the steroids. They was pumping motherfucking oil or silicone or some shit in all of their muscles. Y'all seen them niggas years ago?
Yeah. One of them burst or something and start leaking.
What? Now what's the difference? Now that's the same logic. These is motherfuckers who are making fake muscles with anything they can think of. That shit is crazy.
Damn.
And now he could have went to the gym and tried to get it. Same thing with that woman who chopped her body up. She could have went to the gym and tried to get it. So it is a level of crazy when you're doing things like that for them reasons.
That's a good point. You know, and
what did he say crazy? No,
I didn't think that was crazy. I mean, he made a great point when he talked about what did he talk about? I just lost
that's what that shit was.
What was it?
Synthol.
That's what they're putting in their muscles?
Some shit. There was, man, look, I don't know. I ain't gonna do it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but I was saying he made a great point though when he said like you're getting attention, but it's gonna be cheap attention. So like, because Cam made the point to him that like women see that men are attracted to this. These are the women that men give a lot of attention to. Men, you know, seem to want to spend money on these kind of women. And, you know, they're trying to get the attention. So what should they do, or how are they wrong? And Cory said that, well, yeah, I'll f them, but that's not something I'm trying to wife. That's not something I'm trying to have nurture my kids or have in my life in any real way with any real role. Like if you do stuff like that to yourself, you're going to get a certain type of attention. I was like, okay.
Getting a BBL is almost like doing porn in your teen years as a woman doing corn. Because now when you want to straighten your life up, you still have the effects of your choices of being in corn. Now that
Yeah.
your body is augmented in that way, in that sexual way,
Mm-hmm.
it's hard to bring you to the function as a respectable woman when you grandma age, and I'm supposed to be your husband, but I'm sitting here walking with you, and you clearly got a clout, a thirst trap strapped to your behind. Like this clearly
Mm-hmm.
shows everyone around me what woman I brought to the cookout. Women don't care to think that far ahead. They don't care to say, how would I be viewed? Same thing with men tatting their face up. Like, we got our own things that just don't make sense. Like,
Yeah.
why
Mm-hmm.
would you do that? Why would you go that far? You know what I'm saying? Same
Yeah.
thing with women's bodies. Like, there's a level of reason that y'all might can work with, but they being unreasonable. They want the smallest waist they can get and the biggest butt they can get. And now it ain't even functional. I hear women are having trouble getting the tissue in between their cheeks because it calloused up so hard that
Mm.
they can't get the tissue to their booty.
Oh, God. Is that where the BBL smell
I
theory is coming
I
from?
never experienced a woman with one, but I'm assuming that must be it.
Because they can't
Makes sense to
properly
me
do
because
the
it ain't even
hygiene.
about the size. People think, oh, it's bigger now. They got to reach around. It's calloused and hard. How
Mm.
do you fit your little? That's why they keep their nails long once they get a BBL. They gotta take the little. They take the two fingers, a little ball of tissue, and just squeeze it on in there and try to get a little wiggle or two out just to wipe their ass. This is what's going on in America.
That's just crazy, man. Why would you? Why would anybody want to deal with that?
I wonder if I think GMS could kind of like what we were saying earlier about just clout and attention being a drug. I think a lot of us mistake sexual attention for meaning something.
Hmm.
Is and I don't know why, because we don't have to do much, right, as women for men to be attracted to us. When I am my most raggedy is when the most people be in my face. You know what I'm saying? Because I think men can kind of just see like, okay, there's something good here, even though your hair is all over the place or
You know,
whatever.
you know what that's like? That's like seeing the bones of a house or an old school car that still got a good frame on it. No, not a lot of rust. You like, I could fix this old school up. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But when you see it all fixed up, you don't know how, you don't know what you buying. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So that's the same logic. Not saying you a raggedy old Buick. I'm
No, I
just
get.
saying.
I remind you of the Jeep.
Exactly.
No, I
Um,
get what you're saying though. I get what you're saying with that. So